Well, time to find another game to talk about. Okay, let's see what I got. No, too narrative driven. Plus, getting a footage for that game would be a huge pain in the ass. Oh, no, not worth the effort at all. Um, oh, is this more or less strange than British people? So, yeah, I like the Postal games. Well, I mean, like, two and a half of them. But, still, they're pretty neat. And I feel like that's a pretty nice thing to say about a game where pissing in the mouths of your enemies is a viable method of combat. Yeah, the Postal series has had its ups and downs, to say the least. Starting as a disturbing mass murder simulator, then it turned into a satirical mass murder simulator, which captured the hearts of a bunch of creepy weirdos everywhere. And then, Postal 3. And now here we are for Postal 4, No Regrets. Oh, I get it. A game that I think is a disaster piece in the making.
H-man, what the fuck is a disaster piece?
Good question. I made it the fuck up. Basically, think of No Man's Sky, because, that game started as a complete shitstorm of unfulfilled promises and glitches with a tedious gameplay loop, but then, in a way that would make Frank Sinatra himself shed a tear, Hello Games picked itself up and got back in the race and turned No Man's Sky into a good game. And I believe the same thing will happen to Postal 4, because right now the game is kind of shit. Once again, this won't be a play-by-play of what happened to me while I was playing the game. Who the fuck do I look like, Civvy 11? The game itself is basically just Postal 2, but instead of going through the normal day-to-day activities, like picking up some milk or doing your laundry, you must take odd jobs from a comical cast of weirdos to eventually find your car and get some money. So, naturally, this game is a bit more zanier than Postal 2. Like, instead of going to a library, you're going to a pussy-themed Six Flags. Yeah, I'm not going to really have any sympathy for Postal 4 or Running with Scissors because they completely bailed under the shield of criticism that early access gives you by releasing this game early because haha, funny number release date. Yeah, Running with Scissors, you can't really rag on Postal 3 for being an unfinished disaster and then drop an unfinished game. Like, dude, come on. Okay, dude, where do I start? Okay, some interiors are just empty, or if they're not empty, sometimes they'll just have the bare minimum of loot. And traveling the open world is just sort of lame. You could listen to the music, which I wouldn't really recommend because the audio mixing in this game is just so strange. I can't get consistent audio in this game. I'll turn up the game audio, but then the cutscene audio will blow out my eardrums, but then I'll try and lower them all, and then it'll be too quiet and I can't hear shit. But then when you turn on the fucking radio, that will be just loud no matter what. I tried the slider in the audio settings, but it just didn't work. It only worked when I turned down the master volume. Dude, while I was typing the script for this, I saw that one of the next things that they're adding in the next update of the game was that they're introducing the classic feature in Postal 2 of enemy groups coming to wreck your shit if you piss them off while doing a mission. And what bothers me is that why wasn't that base game if it was such a classic feature? That would have automatically made the open world better. Like, why? My god, some of the bugs that are still in this game are absolutely insane. From a chance for you to load into a different area of Edenton, for the game to just fuck up and like load you into some hell world where you can't move, and the only way to get out is to load your save. That happened to me a lot. That's been happening since beta. Don't know why that happened to just other generic stuff like models being frozen, some people just saying no to dying, fucking shots hitting you that just shouldn't, and whatever the fuck is happening in this. I get that janky AI is natural for a Postal game, that's like a skate game without a weird physics bugs, but like, I feel like the fact that there's just barely an AI change from Postal 2 to Postal 4. That's really, really sad. Like, come on, man. The future technology. You want to die of alcohol poisoning? Take a shot for every sex joke. No. Take a shot for every dick joke itself is in the game. Like, god damn. I feel like I'm back in middle school right now. It should go without saying, but yeah, I don't really think this game is funny. I'm sorry, but there's only so many times where sex, penis, poop, piss can be funny. So I don't think any amount of
reverent social commentary
can make me feel like I'm not watching the worst parts of old South Park stretched out for hours. What I will say is that Running with Scissors managed to pull off something extraordinary with the humor. They managed to piss off the people who will say that this game is too offensive, but while also pissing off the other side who think that this game is not offensive enough. You can truly never please anyone. God damn.
So, H-Man, you've gone through several reasons as to why this game blows, but what makes this a disaster piece?
I was getting to that, nigga. Shut up. So, yeah, this game has as much flaws as it has dick jokes, but what makes me have hope for this game is that some parts of its foundation are golden. Let's start with the Postal Dude himself. The Postal Dude is probably the best thing about the Postal series as a whole. He went from a deranged psychopath who manifested a whole-ass demon due to how pissed he was about being evicted, to a sociopathic everyman who just goes through the motions with extreme violence and prejudices. He smokes his crack one pipe at a time like everybody else, and this game hammers that home, especially since the dude is pushing 50 in this game, as evidenced by his gray hairs. People complained that he was too casual in this game, but he was already casual enough in the other games. If anything, he's just completely fucking over it, and his new voice actor, John St. John, aka Duke Nuke Them, played them to perfection. However, Postal Duke doesn't do it for you. You can also choose between different voices for your playthrough. You can go with classic Rick Hunter from Postal 1 and 2, or you can use my personal favorite Postal Dude voice, Corey Cruz, the voice in that Postal game, and Postal Brain Damage. I'll talk about you later. Oh, and you can also play as Zach Ward from the Postal movie, which exists. He does alright, but somebody really needed to tell him to deepen his voice for this role. He kind of sounds like a teenage Postal Dude. The shooting is good. Like, really good. Both the shotguns in the game feel amazing to just blow people away with just the right amount of goofy ragdolling to happen. The revolver is the best point-and-click adventure game I never knew I needed until now. Explosions are cool, and the animation for people burning to death makes me feel kind of bad. Not bad enough to not piss on their corpses to put out the fire, but still felt pretty bad. And the new weapons being added with every major update, RWS could only go up from here. The arenas where you can shoot people is also pretty awesome. My personal favorite is the Latino gang hideout for the tagging errand, and Tinklage's stronghold. I just had to say that. This game really thrives on just giving you an open area or a nearly linear path and just letting you play with your tools at hand. Like, do you want to bust in this room guns akimbo with Uzis? Or do you want to huff some catnip and just snipe people with your fucking revolver? Or you could just say screw it and do both, but with M16s. These combat options have only been expanded from Postal 2, and like I said, with the guns, there's only one way to go, and it's up. Fucking, why do I phrase sentences so poorly? They even managed to streamline getting items with the vending machines, and now money has much more of a real use. Because I remember back in the early parts of the beta, you would have like $2,000+, and you would have nothing to spend it on besides Civi's Crack Shack. But now, not only do they reduce the amount of money you can just find unless you really, really scrounge some stuff, they've also added vending machines for you to just quickly buy stuff. So now you can either go around and go through the time to loot a bunch of houses and stuff, or you could just spend your hard-earned cash for crack, ammo, sometimes guns, ammunition, special ammunition. It's fucking cool. And one last thing that this game definitely excels at in almost any other Postal game is just the quick divulsion into chaos. In Postal 2, the worst thing that would happen during your gun down of civilians is that some guy will just be carrying a shotgun or a pistol, or the cops will see it, and then you end up with a huge shootout in a wanted level. Dude, in this game, let me tell you probably the most fun, or at least the funniest thing that's happened to me while actually playing this game. I just went into a house to probably get, like 5 bullets and a thing of crack if I was lucky. But, NPCs in this game have a really bad habit of trying to steal your fucking cars. So I made sure that there was nobody there, went into the house, come back out, and I see a fucking dog take my scooter. I'm in disbelief, and I see him drive away. I try and stop him. He runs over a mariachi band player, and I accidentally kill a woman, and he drives away. And I'm just left in complete shock. If this game could expand on moments like that, especially with the system of enemies jumping your ass, that would be fucking amazing, dude. So yeah, like I said, a great foundation for a great game in like 2+ years. Would I recommend the game in its current state? You know what? I would, if, the price point was fair. This game is being sold for fucking $40, dude. Holy shit. For an example, these much better and completed games are being sold for less. Black Mesa, Doom 2016, Grand Theft Auto 4 The Complete Edition, Risk of Rain 2, Synthetic, and Warhammer Vermintide 2. So, don't buy this game at full price until it's done. And if you really, really don't want to wait for it to go on sale. But if you really, really need to scratch that Postal itch, first off, see a doctor about that shit, nigga. Second, you can pick up the new Postal game that costs less than Postal 4, but is significantly better in the state it's in. Postal Brain Damage. Yeah, if this is a micro review, then this is going to be a micro review for Postal Brain Damage. My script here just says, good boomer shooter, ultra kill with a postal skin, disturbing atmosphere that echoes the first game, Corey Cruz, and outdated memes. Probably not the best sales pitch, but trust me, buy Postal Brain Damage, and don't buy Postal 4. Yet. Okay, bye. Okay, wait, actually not buy yet. Couple of things. One, my birthday is tomorrow, so that's pretty neat. 2, don't forget to like and subscribe. And 3, not going to be uploaded for a bit because next school semester is starting. But if you want to keep in contact with me or see what if I'm alive and stuff, just follow my Instagram. Should be in my About page. Okay, yeah, that's it. Bye for real this time.